Hey guys, welcome back to Heiko Shaves. I am on a roll. I want to really experience what it is like to shave with an injector razor. You saw the previous video with a PAL, something went sideways. We're definitely going to revisit the PAL. I want to see if that was my mistake of not knowing how to use it properly, or maybe something was stuck. I've since given it a brush clean, an ultrasonic clean, and some lubrication. And we're going to revisit the PAL Injector Razor vintage from the 1960s. But today I want to get back to, here it is, by the way, the PAL. But I want to get back to Parker. They were so kind to send me a huge package, including 2 razors, soap, a brush, a shave bowl, and the Parker Injector Razor is the one that I actually had asked for. They also sent me a Parker variant open comb, which we have already taken a look at. But yeah, so here it is, the Parker adjustable injector razor. And if you remember what the PAL looks like, there is definitely some family resemblance there. Parker, a company from India, they have been making shaving equipment since 1973, and this one here is one of theirs. Someone in the comments, when I announced that I had gotten a package from Parker, told me to replace the razor blade that's in here. Apparently it ships with one. I guess I just realized that, but in a DE razor, it's bad practice to leave a blade in there because those stainless steel blades, they will eventually rust. Here in those injector razors, apparently, you always got to leave a blade in there because it's the space holder for the next one that you're going to be pushing in. So I guess it comes with one, but we're not going to be using it. We're going to grab the Parker little injector magazine here. Just like on the PAL, here's a key, and there is a slot here on the side where this key goes in. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this. Here we go. So now the new blade in here and the old blade kind of line up. Here is the little, it's the bolt carrier group. I don't know. You have to slide that back. Then a blade gets pushed upwards with a spring, I'm assuming. And now you can slide the new blade in and the old blade slides out on the other side. And I don't want to drop it, so we just grab it prematurely. I have my little oil barrel shaped blade container here. So we just push the new one in, old one is out, and then it eventually reaches a stop. And then once it's all in, you just pull the key back out, and then it should be good to go. So this is what that looks like. With a PAL, I have really a hard time saying that. PAL, we had a little bit of a hard time. The blade wasn't aligned. It was kind of crooked in there. I had to adjust that with a screwdriver, and that's where the disaster started. This one here looks good. There is some blade gap. I don't know if this comes through here. Blade gap for sure. On the back you have an adjuster. It sits at 1 and it can go all the way to 5, and it actually stops in those locations. With a PAL you can turn it a little further. It goes from low to high. So we're going to put it at number 1. We're going to lather up and we'll see if the Parker adjustable injector will actually shave. I again have about 2 days of growth in my face. I don't know how that always happens. Must be intentional. All right, let's grab some Praso pre-shave. Just real quick, little bit. To be kind to the skin. I have the Parker brush sitting here next to me soaking in warm water in my little emesis basin. And I still have, now I have pre-shave on my fingers. And we still have the Parker shave cup with the soap here. I haven't put that away yet because I was planning on reusing it again. So let's grab the brushy brush. Water dripping off. I don't like to put too much water right into the shave bowl here, so I rather squeeze it out a little bit. And then we're going to go into the shave cup and just start loading up. We'll see if the Badger, this is a Badger brush, if this has already softened up a little bit. This is only the second use so far, but they get softer over time. Let's take a little bit more water, maybe even more. A little more. And we're building and we're building. Looking very good. Let's take some more water. And like I said, I'm using warm water now. It's cold outside. Warm water feels good. And I haven't felt any negative effect of using warm water versus cold. There are some groups out there that say cold shaving is better because it keeps the skin taut and tight. And some people say warm is better. So, you know, I'll try both and then I will let you know. Anyways, let's put some water over top of my pre-shave just to help the lather out. And now let's start the lathering. This is again the Parker shave soap by, it's not Parker, it's Taconic, which is apparently a sister company. Both companies have a business address in New York. Is that correct? Yeah, Yorktown Heights, New York, apparently. And they make a bunch of stuff in the US, but I guess a lot of stuff is made in India as well. We've already tried the Parker variant open comb, which is a kind of a newer product in their product line. It's very similar to the Merkur Progress, but it is an open comb, and Merkur does not make an open comb Progress. And I actually found it very pleasantly surprising. Starts at a very mild setting, which I really appreciate. And then it really goes up in aggression. I think I was shaving with like a 3 on a scale from 1 to 6. So that was a really pleasant surprise. So Parker puts out some good products, at least so far. I'm pleasantly surprised. And I'm very grateful that they sent me all this stuff. The Parker blades, the DE blades, apparently have a really good reputation too. Look at that. Yep, there is a lot of lather. And I would say we call this a day. Let's do a little bit of cleanup. Sound effect. Okay. And let's park the rest here on the side of the sink. And then let's grab this Parker adjustable injector and get it wet. Same here as on the PAL, the close comb retracts as you go higher in aggression. So the blade edge gets more exposed. We'll see. Setting number 1, and here we go. That's with the grain. There is a little bit of shaving going on. Yeah, there is shaving going on. Very little blade feel. Setting number 1, very, very little blade feel, but I think it shaves pretty well. Let's go up a little bit. Let's go to maybe a 3. That's kind of right there in the middle. Let's see how that changes. Yeah, so increased blade feel, obviously. I can feel that there is a little bit more shaving going on. Not as much noise as with some DE razors. The noise it makes is a little tinny because the whole body up here is more or less bent out of a thicker sheet metal, stainless steel sheet metal. So this is all bent pieces. So there's no machined or cast material in there, which you know, all has its own resonance frequencies and sounds and whatnot. We're at a setting 3 that gives me a little bit more blade feel than with a setting 1, obviously. The gap between the blade and the comb is wide open. Lather has no problem going through there. And so far I haven't had any issues with foam getting stuck in there. I mean, that's quite significant opening, but it's not scary or super aggressive, or, you know, like a razor that will nick you at, you know, at a blink of an eye. This is really actually still mild feeling. Very good. I am shocked. This is so different from the PAL, but like I said, there might be a little bit of some user error. Really nice, really nice. Well, don't go too fast and start pushing, Heiko. I just felt a little bit of some tugging on my skin here. But yeah, so far, even with a number 1 here on this end, it still did a respectable job shaving. There's a little bit more left here than on this side, but that was to be expected. But it was very, very mild on setting 1 and still able to shave. And that is what I'm looking for. So let's go down to a number 2. I don't want to overexert my skin, and I think we're just going to do another pass. I still don't know if I am a fan of the bay rum scent. Where's the, here it is. So bay rum, West Indie bay leaf, or the bay tree. That's where traditionally the bay leaves for bay rum, aftershave and such come from. Apparently it is a invention of the sailors back in the days. You know, they really had a hard time because there was no bathroom on board, and washing was only with seawater, more or less, I guess. So they started creating a type of a deodorant, something that would mask their stink. So they used bay leaves and they used rum, which was always available on ships back in the days to keep the crew compliant, you know, and away from mutiny and all that stuff. Yeah, I think I nicked myself a little bit here. I was a little too fast, a little too rushed, I guess. So that's where that came from. And apparently where they started doing that, they had a lot of bay leaves available, but the specific species, I will annotate that, forgot the name, but there's a specific bay leaf tree or bay tree species that they used, and that's still kind of in use today for, you know, aftershaves and stuff such. So we're at setting 2. We're gonna go across the grain. I'm still guessing with the angle. It's not very obvious. You could right the cap a little more, so you're laying this flat on your skin, or you can right it a little bit more on the edge. Not sure yet. With other razors, I usually have a little bit easier time finding the right angle, kind of the feel of the head against my skin, and then, you know, where it starts cutting, it's a little bit more easily detected. Here with this one, it is kind of a, yeah, there's so little blade feel on setting 2, even though it does an amazing job shaving at the same time. But I just have a little bit of a hard time guessing the angle. Very lightweight, just like the PAL, very long handle. So if you don't like long handles, this is probably not for you. Yeah, it's very little blade feel in setting 2. Don't want to go up because I already got myself down here, but I'm shocked in a positive way that this thing shaves so well. Yeah, I mean, for a 2 pass, is still a little bit here in my problem zone. But very well done, Parker. So I definitely have to go back and do another shape with a PAL. Maybe we do a little comparison. Between those two. This is probably also a very good alternative to a system razor or a cartridge razor because it's similar in shape and look. It feels very smooth and gentle on the skin, even at medium setting, and it does a really good job shaving. Just make sure you use a good soap that is slick. If you use canned foam, like that stuff, it might be a little on the dry side. So maybe if you want to mix maybe with Cremo and Barbasol, or use a shaving cream instead out of a tube that you just rub into your face, I think you're better served than with a canned foam. All right, let me wash off, and then we're gonna do the conclusion of this, yeah? All right, guys, the soap tends to dry up pretty quickly. So once you shave off, a lot of soaps have a very, they leave behind some residual slickness. This one is a rather kind of a grabby feel afterward. So not so much residual slickness, and it washes off pretty quickly. So, you know, residual slickness usually goes hand in hand with really being difficult to wash off, and I like that actually because it kind of gives you extra protection if you are really running over a section of your skin that is already a little drier, and the slickness protects you from doing that, for example, like nicking yourself. I do not have a Parker aftershave, so let me look around here. What I haven't used in a while is the Rockwell Razor aftershave balm, which I kind of like. It is, you know, in this little dispenser bottle here, and comes out in a white, creamy, you know, like an aftershave balm should look like. Oops, and I already dropped stuff. And it's very, you know, a little goes a long way. The scent is very mild, not too overpowering, and doesn't contain alcohol. So if you have a little bit of some irritation somewhere and you don't want to burn with an alcohol-based aftershave, just use an aftershave balm, or use some witch hazel, Thea's witch hazel, the one that has no alcohol in it. I guess they make one that actually contains some alcohol, but yeah, just put that on there to calm down your skin, and you know, just like I did. Very nice scented. But I gotta say, soap lathers well. We still have another, you know, three, 4 passes left in this brush. The brush has already softened up quite a bit, so that's good. Like I said, the bay rum, some people like it, some people don't. It's very herbal, and I like the fresher kind of, you know, not too powdery, not too overpowering. I guess I'm slowly falling in line. My wife tells me what she likes and what she doesn't like, and she likes the fresh stuff, the, you know, clean smelling stuff. Yeah, so that's that. The Parker adjustable injector and the Parker blades. Yeah, that works. And that's not going to be the last time I shave with this thing. I'm definitely going to try to get a little bit more experience with this, figure out, you know, what the right angle is. We're definitely going to do something with the PAL and the Parker in the near future. So look for that if you're interested in this. And I really want to find out if there's something wrong with my PAL injector, or if I was just not smart enough to use the complicated mechanism in there, which, you know, it's like almost identical, you know, it's very similar in construction. So we'll see. This is going to be on screen again in the future. So that was the two Parker razors. I guess we have at least a first shave with each. I can tell you the Parker variant that's still sitting here with a blade in it, because I might use that soon. Very much a pleasant surprise. And the Injector Razor, very much a pleasant surprise too. Very little blade feel, even though it's shaving. It's protecting you from the blade. So you can't tell if you're shaving, but it does it. And this is not 100% smooth, but I just didn't want to go that far. Good stuff, good stuff. All right, thanks Parker for sending me all this stuff. And thank you guys for watching and for all your comments. Please keep it up. Don't forget the thumbs up if you like. And I will see you in the next one. Take care, bye.